Welcome to a special episode of Airgun Detectives. I'm your host, JC, and today we get to take the mystery out of the 9mm centerfire compared to the 9mm air gun. We're going to do a head-to-head competition with those. But before we get started here, do me a favor if you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button down there in the corner. Doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free, but it really helps support the channel. Also, if you have the opportunity, check out my website at www.airgundetectives.com. On that site, I got various t-shirts, I got some hats, got my Generation 2 bipods, and I do put some of my personal inventory up there. And I usually only have one of whatever's up there, so when it's gone, it's gone. All right, back to the subject on hand. If you guys remember a while back, we did a 45 versus a 45, and I got a really good response from you guys, so I decided, hey, let's do a 9 versus a 9. So I've got my MP 9mm, which shoots 115 grain hollow point, versus our AEA 9mm. This is a PCP rifle. You've seen this rifle perform before, but this is a PCP rifle. It's going to be shooting 115 grain hollow point. So we've got the same weight of projectiles to compare head to head. So what we're going to do is kind of similar to the 45s. We're going to take it through a series of different objects to shoot at. We'll look at penetration, and we'll just kind of compare them head to head and just see how well they work. So it's a lot of fun, something different, but we can't do this here. So we're going to have to move out to my buddy Carl's ranch, and he's got his firearm range out there, and we're going to use his firearm range. So we're going to head out there, we'll have some fun, and then when we wrap it up, we're going to come back here and we'll just kind of talk about the results and what happened. So stay tuned for the next segment. All right, let's test our 9mm out on the Crony, see how we do. I'm just going to shoot 3 shots just so you guys can get an average of what the velocity and foot-pounds of energy are compared to the 9mm air gun. All right, so 3 shots. 969, 929, 926. All right, there's your average as far as your 9mm pistol goes. All right, let's test our HP Max. This is our 35 caliber or 9mm, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what the velocity is in this so we can compare it to our 9mm pistol. Okay, 3 shots just like we did with the pistol. .843. .897. .877. All right, there's your 3. You average that out, check out what your foot-pounds of energy are and your feet per second. Okay, you guys saw what we did on the Crony. So now we're going to do a little penetration test here. So we got some 2x6s set up. So I'm going to take the first shot, obviously with our AEA here, and then we'll follow it up with our 9mm handgun, and we'll see the comparison as far as the 2x6 goes. So as they say, fire in the hole. There you go. All right, now let's check the handgun. Now we're going to do our M&P 9 and see how well this does as far as the 2x6 test. All right, so fire in the hole once again. Well, it looks like that one made it all the way through. Anyway, but there's your comparison on that. Okay, let's move on to the next segment. For our next test here, we're going to do the old frying pan test. That's always a good one. You know, they always claim Gotham steel is so strong. Let's see how it works against our AEA 9, and we're going to come back with our regular 9, punch another hole in it. So, again, fire in the hole. Well, that was like a piece of Swiss cheese. Didn't take much resistance there at all. So let's come back and try the 9. All right, now we're going to do our M&P. So let's see how it does. Something tells me it's going to go right through this. Anyway, let's see. All right. Yeah, it didn't take much. You know, but looking at the two, it's kind of strange. The AEA put a larger diameter hole in that. Pretty interesting. All right, let's move on to the next section. So let's do another penetration test. And what I've got is I've got an adult beverage that's left over at the house. People come over, they don't want to drink it. So once again, I said I'm going to use it as a target because why waste it, right? So what I've got set up there is we've got, I believe, 4 deep, and we're going to see how far our 9mm, we'll start with our HP here and see how far we can get through this, and then we'll come back with our pistol and we'll do the same exact test. So let's see what happens here. All right, got to line myself up. Got to get a straight shot here. All right, again, fire in the hole. Wow, you know what? That made it through all 4 cans. I should have put more cans up there. But anyway, hey, made it all the way through. You got to like it. Let's come back with the 9. Okay, let's do the penetration test on the beverages once again with the M&P and see how well we do. The air gun was actually really impressive on that. So let's see. Yeah, no hesitation there. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Let's move on to the next segment. Okay, let's see how our AEA does against the watermelon. Yep, the watermelon. So we'll go ahead and try this on a watermelon, and we're gonna come back with our M&P, and we're gonna do a watermelon test on that one. Yes. All right, fire in the hole. That was disappointing. I gotta be honest with you, that was extremely disappointing. All right, let's come back with the 9mm. All right, so now we're gonna try our M&P5. You know, I was a little disappointed with the air gun, but realistically, I took a closer look at it. It actually put a pretty awesome impact hole in it. I think I was just expecting more of kind of a Zeus type of result where we had more of an explosion. But anyway, let's see what the 9mm handgun does, and we'll see if it's somewhat similar. And I am shooting hollow points in both these, as I told you guys from the beginning. So, fire in the hole. Well, that's kind of more what I was looking for. A little bit more explosion. Yeah, that was a good one. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, I always like to end with a bang, so let's end with a bang here. We've got cool little object that we're gonna go ahead and shoot. So let's just see how this works out. You guys ready? Fire in the hole. Gotta take it off safe. You gotta remember that. Okay. Fire in the hole. Not too shabby. I always like to end these things with a bang. They're pretty cool. Especially when you come back and you watch it in slow motion again, because that's pretty cool. All right, let's wrap this thing up and kind of chat about the comparison here. Well, let's wrap this up. I don't know about you guys if you enjoyed it, but it was a lot of fun doing the shooting. It really is. Anytime you can go out and shoot, whether you're shooting regular firearms or you're shooting air guns, it's always enjoyable. It really is. So I want to thank Carl again for letting us use his firearm range. That's where we need to go sometimes to do these type of comparisons, or even the bigger and the louder air guns. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. So what did we learn here? What did we learn overall in this head-to-head competition? Well, we know that the air gun performances are great. They really are, but they're just not quite at the same level as the firearms. They're really not. They're getting close, but still not in the same arena. They have made major advances, especially since we were kids, since I was a kid. We used to have just, you know, the daisies, the Red Riders. We had the multi-pumps, and then occasionally a CO2, and that was kind of it. So the strides that they've made, the advancements, are simply amazing with these air guns nowadays. It really is. But then again, you see why that firearms are classified different than air guns. Completely separate, and they should be. It's a whole different story. Shoot multiple shots out of this, reload is nothing. Shoot multiple shots out of this one, then you're going to wait another 15 minutes to refill the air tank on this. So there's specific purposes for these, and they all fall into their same category. So you got to like that. But anyway, so head-to-head comparison, there really isn't a lot of competition. Like I said, it was close, but the firearm definitely has the edge on this one. Oh, and don't forget, if you guys are interested in any of these air rifles, our buddy Ben at the Pellet Shop, He's got some amazing stuff. He's got the whole AEA line and a bunch of other stuff. So you can check him out, and he'll take care of you. I'm telling you, he's a great guy, provides tremendous customer service. So I wouldn't hesitate on that one at all. If you're at all in the market, give Ben a call. All right, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Airgun Detectives. Don't forget, this is where we take the mystery out of the airgun. Until next time, I hope you and your families are getting plenty of shooting in. You're all healthy, wealthy, and doing well. So take care, and God bless.